In a world obsessed with visibility, we are told constantly to show up, to post, to prove, to flaunt. Share your wins. Announce your plans. Broadcast your victories. The louder you are, the more powerful you're told to be. Social media tells you this. Your friends, your peers, your mentors, your marketing courses tell you this. But what if everything you've been taught about showing off is wrong? What if the very act of advertising your strength, of loudly signaling your success, is the fastest path to losing it? Niccolò Machiavelli, the man history often paints as a cold, calculating schemer, was much more than that. He was a student of human nature, a quiet observer of power, and he noticed a pattern that repeats throughout time. Those who reveal too much, too soon, always become targets. The peacock may dazzle, but it is also the first to be hunted. The strongest people in any room are never the loudest. They don't announce their might. They let others feel it is often too late to resist. In Renaissance Florence, silence wasn't just a virtue, it was survival. Men lost their lives for boasting. Rulers fell because they couldn't resist showing the world their power. Machiavelli learned that strength that is flaunted becomes weakness. The loudest, the most visible, the most celebrated too early are the easiest to undermine. The strongest man in the room is watching, calculating, patient, letting others betray themselves with their need for admiration. Today, we do the opposite. We post our goals before taking the first step. We share victories in real time. We reveal strategies, relationships, emotions, all under the guise of authenticity. Machiavelli would call it strategic suicide. Loudness makes you predictable. Predictability makes you vulnerable. The moment you reveal your process, your intentions, your ambitions, you've given the world a roadmap to counter you. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are, he wrote. These words are not just advice, they are a warning. Appearances invite judgment. Exposure invites attack. The more you reveal, the easier it becomes for others to define you, oppose you, or destroy you. Mystery is not a weakness, it is armed. Look at the modern entrepreneur who boasts of their next big idea. Competitors steal, investors question, friends judge, or the team member who dominates every meeting, interrupting and justifying. Thinking they display authority, they quietly lose respect. Now contrast that with the one who moves silently, observes, acts with precision. Others adjust to them without realizing it. They are not loud, they are undeniable. Why? Because speech is commitment. Flaunting is revealing your weapons. When you declare your position, others immediately prepare countermeasures. Real strength lies in being underestimated. The fox survives because it conceals its cleverness. The lion rules not by roaring endlessly, but by the threat of force withheld. Modern culture confuses noise with dominance, posting with presence, loudness with leadership, performance with power. Machiavelli understood that visibility comes with obligations, expectations, and debt. Silence creates freedom, the freedom to pivot, to evolve, to act without apology. People fear what they can't predict. When you constantly reveal yourself, you become explainable, controllable. Stay quiet, calculated, observant. Let others guess. In that guessing, they reveal themselves. The craving for admiration is the seed of self-destruction. Once your self-worth is tied to external validation, you begin to act for applause, not for outcomes. You tailor decisions to optics, not strategy. Machiavelli's solution? Become unreadable. Move silently. Execute without announcement. Fear is earned, not borrowed from noise. Let results speak while words remain measured, rare, and precise. Consider how this works in everyday life. In meetings, let others speak first. Listen. Observe the subtleties of tone, timing, and hesitation. Every word others reveal is information you can use. In negotiations, speak last. Allow the other party to disclose first. Every silence you hold forces them to overcommit, overexplain, and expose weaknesses you can leverage. Even in personal branding, visibility can be a trap. Stop sharing every success, every emotion, every relationship update. Let people wonder. Absence creates value. Presence must be deliberate. When you post every victory, you flood the market with yourself becoming predictable, ordinary, and vulnerable. But when you act quietly, your influence grows. People speculate, project, and amplify your power in their minds without realizing it. Historically, power has always favored those who mastered restraint. Churchill spoke sparingly, but every word landed like thunder. Marcus Aurelius wrote for himself, not the crowd, and in doing so, shaped a legacy stronger than noise could ever create. Modern CEOs who truly lead often speak less in meetings than they listen. They are not performers, they are players. Every unnecessary word dilutes influence. Silence magnifies it. Silence is not cowardice. It is controlled. Control of perception, control of timing, control of narrative. Show-offs react. They give others the map to dismantle them. The disciplined operator positions, observes, and executes. He flinches rarely, just enough to create space for leverage. He does not seek approval, he cultivates influence. There is a psychological truth here. People fear what they cannot understand. Predictability breeds comfort, and comfort is fatal in power dynamics. The more you show, the more others anticipate, adapt, and undermine. The quieter you are, the more others fill in the blanks themselves, and their imagination often makes you larger, more formidable, more feared than reality. Practical lesson: stop posting every goal. Let ideas gestate quietly. Stop announcing every move. Observe reactions instead. In meetings, listen first, speak last. Allow others to reveal intentions, weaknesses, and assumptions. Every piece of information you collect increases leverage while keeping your own hand hidden. Even in relationships, influence follows the same principle. People are drawn to those who are emotionally consistent, reserved, and calculated. Reacting to every emotion, oversharing, or seeking validation trains dependence, yours and theirs. The person who listens more than they speak and responds strategically commands influence without needing attention. Leadership, at its core, is about results, not applause. Visibility is often a trap, while silence is strategy. The one who is seen constantly is controlled. The one who is unseen controls. Exposure is vulnerability. Mystery is leverage. Every post, every boast, every explained action is a hand dealt to opponents. The man who moves quietly is not invisible. He is unstoppable. He is patient. He is deliberate. He allows others to burn themselves in the spotlight while he builds, studies, and executes. Real power comes from anticipation, precision, and restraint. Actionable takeaway: when you accomplish something, resist the urge to announce it. Let exist quietly. Observe reactions. Let curiosity build. Let the compound influence without noise. Your reputation grows faster in shadows than in spotlights. Another tactic: in any high-stakes interaction, speak only when you add undeniable value. Your words should carry weight because they are rare. Let others fill the silence with their projections, fears, and assumptions. You become a mirror, and their assumptions amplify your presence. Even in self-discipline, silence is transformative. Stop chasing validation. Stop reacting to every trend, every comment, every social metric. Focus on impact. The man addicted to applause is always controlled by the crowd. The man who acts strategically, silently, and deliberately is the one shaping outcomes. Visibility may impress a crowd, but it rarely secures influence. Influence is cultivated in shadows, in patience, in precision. Execution, not explanation, defines power. The one who moves silently accumulates leverage, collects information, and strikes with precision when the moment is right. The pattern is consistent across history. From generals to emperors to modern CEOs, the quiet strategist outlasts the loud showman. Caesar crossed the Rubicon silently. Borgias declared nothing until opponents were cornered. Machiavelli's lessons were embedded in subtlety, allegory, and calculated silence, not bombast. Every post, Every boast, every over-explanation is a hand dealt to your competition. Every moment of visibility is a debt. You are accountable to the world for your words, your performance, your appearance. But when you withhold, you create leverage. Others reveal themselves while you remain unreadable. And this is where modern culture fails. We live in a theater of overexposure. People willingly broadcast vulnerabilities, failures, triumphs, and processes, believing it gives them power. It does not give power to others. Control is given away when we overshare. Silence preserves it. Here's another practical exercise. For 1 week, observe how much you speak, post, or explain. For every action, ask, does this increase leverage or does it feed the audience? Reduce noise. Increase observation. Let others talk while you act. Hold back praise and recognition. Let your influence accumulate quietly. Silence is not absence. It is precision. Every action must be deliberate. Every word measured. Every reaction calculated. The person who can sit in silence while the world performs is unshakable. Others overextend, reveal, and exhaust themselves. You remain focused, strategic, unstoppable. When you achieve results without announcing them, when you execute without performing, when you influence without noise, you build the kind of power that survives centuries, not hours. Visibility creates obligations. Silence creates freedom. Mystery creates influence. Restraint creates legacy. And that is the lesson Machiavelli would offer to today's world. Visibility is a trap. Exposure is weakness. Silence is strategy. Restraint is power. The man who moves unseen, unheard, but always effective is untouchable. He is lethal. He is remembered. So ask yourself, when you feel the urge to broadcast your goals, flaunt your successes, explain your moves, who benefits from this display? You or those now preparing to use it against you? The man who shows off may win applause. The man who moves silently wins everything. Walk the silent path. Withdraw from the need to prove. Build, execute, and dominate without display. Let others overexpose. Let them perform. Let them burn themselves in the spotlight. You will move in shadows, unnoticed, unstoppable, and unmatched. The wolf does not bark before it strikes. The storm does not explain. The lion does not roar endlessly. Machiavelli understood this truth. Silence is lethal. Noise is a liability. Visibility is a trap. Mystery, restraint, patience, and calculated action, that is power. And in a world addicted to noise, the man who masters silence will shape reality. Not through performance, but through precision. Not through applause, but through results. Not through exposure, but through influence. The world tells you to be seen. Machiavelli tells you to be felt. Let the crowd burn themselves. Move quietly. Act deliberately. Win silently. That is how empires are built. That is how legacies endure. That is how power survives.